sometimes when I used to go to places, kids from because the situation wanted to take my shoes, for example, and we got in trouble and got into fights.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. 2021, you made your MMA debut, right? Did you fight 2 times in one night?
Yes, that was Grand Prix in Mexico City. Yes, sir.
It says it was in different weight classes, but was that featherweight, both the fights?
Yeah, those one wasn't 155 libras because I that was the way that I was feeling comfortable.
Mhm.
Of course, I didn't have experience. I don't have amateur fights, so I decided to take the risk. And yeah, I did well. But now then I decided to drop the one division
Mhm.
for my last fight, and it went really nice. I like the discipline. I like the diet. I like enjoying the journey, trying different weight classes, right? Because that this is the time to try and experiment.
Why'd you decide to go pro instantly instead of having amateur career?
I start martial arts, karate, Shotokan, since 5 years old. I've been in the mixed martial arts since kid. In the streets in Venezuela, I used to play soccer, and sometimes when I used to go to places, kids from because the situation wanted to take my shoes, for example, and we got in trouble and got into fights. And I did had some fights in the street, but just for personal defense, just as a self defense. And then I realized that I was good because I won, and I always love it. And then of course, I follow my career. I did advertising design. I have my major, and while I was studying, I was doing a jiu-jitsu and also training. Always training as a lifestyle. And then when the pandemic hit, I was training with some friends, helping them with jiu-jitsu, and suddenly I I got exposed to the strike and back again after years. And then they love it, and they told me, "Bro, you should debut." And I said, "Okay, let's go. If you give me the opportunity, I want to do it. Now is the time." So I went with everything. And now my dreams and goals are really big.
Yeah, yeah. So you had your amateur career in the street, basically.
Yes, yes, kind of like a bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually multiples. Yeah, it's a unfortunately by that time it was not guns involved. It was not gangs. It was just more like man to man, like
Mhm.
oh yeah, ego to ego. And then you beat up my cousin, and then I want to beat up you, and then the
Yeah.
older one come, and then I ended up fighting the whole family.
That's
Stuff like that.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
but
nowadays it's different. It's not like that
yeah,
anymore. But
no,
yeah,
I don't like that.
yeah. How did you end up getting to Mexico? You made your debut in Mexico City.
Yes, I ended up in Mexico because my brother he works and works there, and he moved to Mexico. So I decided to go visit him after my visa was expired here in the U.S. I went down there, I stayed with him, helping him with some projects, and also training at the same time in Renzo Gracie with Mario Delgado. Then I trained a little bit with the Bone Breakers for a year. Actually, the Bone Breakers was the team who make me debut in Burocento, which was the first league I fought. And then I moved into Entram Gym, which is in Tijuana. I moved into that gym. Yeah.
So you fought twice in one night. What I mean, how was that for you? Usually people have a couple fights and then you get into maybe a tournament, one night tournament, but you just jumped right into it and you won both fights, first round submissions.
Well, yeah. I feel happy again when you mention it because my brain now is in the next fight. But now that you're making me remember that night, it was amazing. Actually, it was incredible after the first fight. my adrenaline went down because I was so happy. And the first time you fight professionally with a bunch of people, camera and stuff, and then you get out and you see your wife or your people, and then you just want to go celebrate. Right? You're done with the diet. You're done with one fight. You're like, dude, I don't want to fight. You just want peace and love. Just fuck, leave me alone. But then of course that's something chemical in the body, because that's the voice that tell you stop. That's the voice that makes the humans all stop growing and being in the comfort zone. So I always aim to. Then I spoke to my coaches and I started telling them, hey, I feel like this, help me. And then they start bringing me coffee, chocolates, and then my energy started racing, and then I go up, pump again. And then I went back in the octagon, super happy, super ready again, and I won. And then it was the best night after that one.
After that, it took you about a year to come back and fight again. You know what I mean? And in that fight for UWC, you looked a lot more comfortable on the feet. You know what I mean? Your striking looked a lot better. You hurt him to the body with the kick. I'm surprised he survived that. Were you?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. He's a beast. He got many great shots. He got that one. Well, yeah, that was strong. I landed. Yeah, I landed, and the sound was strong. So I think the accumulation of the shots, it made the the fight ended up as it was. With the last shot that went into a knockout. But yeah, he was strong. Yeah.
Yeah, you were like a sniper in there in that fight. Like you were really in the flow with the striking. You were just hitting them pretty much as you wanted to.
Yes, sir. I actually, in the beginning, I always go I always go and join. I know that winning works with losing. They work together. So I just do my best. So I feel great with my spirit, with me. That's more important. So when I go in there, I just go with the flow. I feel my opponent. I never do strategies, but I do study my opponents for sure. But that what you're saying about my striking, yes, it got improved, especially because I was working with a great coach, Drift Cortez, which is a great, is the best boxing coach I ever have so far. He was insane, and he's the one who actually brought up my boxing to a level I had in the last fight. And now, of course, I'm in hands of Bob Perez here in Main Street, Houston, which I'm getting another setup of guns, and he's making me even better and sharper than before. And that's the idea.
When did you join Main Street?
Uh, 6 months ago, almost seven. I think seven,
Mhm.
7 months ago. Yeah, because my daughter is 7 months and a half, and I got here since she's born. So yeah,
Okay.
7 months,
Okay.
7.
What connects you to Bob Perez?
That's amazing. Yeah, Entran Gym. So Entran Gym on the Raul Arvizo, they opened a gym, extension in Mexico City. So the head coach in charge of the Entran gym in Mexico City with Chava, he knows Bob, and he connected me with him while I was working in Mexico City with Chava. So basically, they connected me with Bob, and I was talking with Bob and letting him know that I was coming to the U.S., that my visa was getting ready and ready to come and start fighting and go for my career. So yeah, thank God the Mexican brothers always present helping me, and yeah, I feel Mexico like is such a huge uh, in piece in my life and career, because I debuted and I start my career just in Mexico, so everything happened in Mexico. Even though I'm born and raised in Venezuela, I have the blood from there. I'm from there, but I also feel like Mexican. I
Yeah.
don't care what people think, but I always say that.
Yeah, the Mexican gyms, they've connected a lot of people from, different countries and linked them up. I've talked to a few fighters from, like, even from, Argentina, I mean, they've connected through Mexico to get signed with, like, the UFC or whatnot and trained at Entrum as well. 6 months with Bob Perez, man. How you feeling, you know what I mean? Like, how has the skill set developed throughout these months?
Dude, now I feel more fluent through my techniques. I'm connecting everything better. Now I'm ready. I'm ready. I was ready mentally to face any opponent. I was ready to face. I want to go for the best. So until someone don't stop me, even though if you stop me, they're gonna have to stop me million times. But I don't care what happens. I'm always gonna pursue my dreams. I'm gonna go with everything. I'm gonna leave an amazing performance. For sure, you're gonna notice some changes. I'm more how can I say, more confident for sure. I'm gonna go for striking. I'm gonna go for exchange. And it's, for me, I'm ready for the war, man. I'm prepared for 5 rounds. So after this one, I want the next one, the next one. I'm gonna beat them up. I'm gonna clean the 145 division, and I'm going for the belt until UFC contender series contact me. If they don't, I will be open for any league. I appreciate big leagues at this day. So, and I see they're doing an amazing job and paying really well around the world. So I'm willing to just go with the flow, like I do in the octagon.
Yeah, yeah. Here at FC 79, that's the place of your next fight. Freeman, your opponent. What do you think of him?
He's tall. He looks strong. He looks complete. He beat up. He won against a partner of I, unanimous decision, Jordan. So he got some game. I respect all my opponents, but unfortunately he's not better than me this time, and I see a low percentage him winning this fight.
At Main Street, you probably have a bunch of guys that you could work with. Who have you worked with closely, like your training partners, the ones that you spar with mostly?
Dude, I spar with everybody. Everybody. I like to go with everybody. If I tell you, well, I can tell you with who I drill more. Colton is my main partner. I drill with a lot. Um, and yeah, but I do sparring with everybody. I have done sparring with Colton, Kevin Holland, all the boys there. Like many guys, and they've been helping me. Um, yeah, Rafa Alves. Who else? Well, all the boys. There are so many. I will have to mention all of them because actually, even the amateurs, even the people that arrive to a gym, I always like to teach. I'm always helping. This MMA needs is have many roots that we have to take care of. We can grow many things, like, so I like all sides of business around the MMA. So I like to enjoy the community, fighting inside the octagon, outside, interviews, whatever.
You have all first round finishes. Is that something that you think about when you go into a fight? It's like, I want to finish this fight in the first round. This is what I would want to be known for. I want to make highlights.
I go to kill the first round. I don't even think about the time. I go with everything. But I always, like, as I said, if I get in there and I feel I'm not ready to engage or to take more time to do it, and I have to go to second round, I'm not gonna force it. So I'm also smart, so I don't commit to just the goal of keeping my first round finishes, because I know at some point it's not realistic. So I have to be smart. I have to know how to deal with different opponents, and I'm gonna keep advancing. Like, I know it's gonna keep getting harder, harder, and harder, and I'm ready. I'm ready for everybody. So let's go.
What do you envision in this fight? Like, how do you expect to win the fight? What is your expectations?
He's gonna get desperate. He's gonna get desperate. He's gonna realize that he's out of tools, and then he's gonna make a mistake, and I'm gonna ground and pound him. Ground and pound him. Probably if he make a mistake, finish him. But yeah, he's gonna feel a great pressure. He's gonna feel someone that never have feel before. But he's gonna be happy he fought me for sure.
All right, man. May 7th, Fury FC 79, Oklahoma. Make sure you go follow Eduardo on social media. Thank you so much, man,
Oh,
for the time. And yeah,
let's
man, all the
go.
best in the fight. And hopefully, you get a quick turnaround. It's been about more than a year, so a long time.
Yes, man. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. It's time to go. It's now or never. And God bless everybody. God bless you, man. God bless all the MMA community, all the fighters around the world, and that God keep us healthy every single fight. And let's go, man. Let's show the world wars.
Yeah.